साउंड क्वालिटी भी आप देख लीजिएगा, आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, उसके बाद फिर उस हिसाब से एडजस्ट कर लीजिए।
Fine. So let's start with the discussion of zoology paper. 10 month तुम कर चुके हो, so it's high time and easily can be discussed. So the first question is question number 47, जो zoology का है. A decrease in blood pressure or volume will not cause the release of. So we know that when blood pressure increases, it results in the production of a hormone ANF, atrial natrium factor. It is released by heart, right? So when BP increases, heart would detect it and release the heart walls, atria, upper chambers are known as atrium. The atrial walls will release a hormone, atrial natrium factor. Natrium is for sodium, which is responsible for high BP. तो heart की walls release करेंगी ANF. Fine. Now the question is, decrease in blood pressure will not cause the release of. अगर decrease हो रहा है तो क्या release नहीं होगा? ANF release नहीं होगा. So the first option, that is atrial natrium factor, is correct. Answer is 1. Next is 49. 49 is, which of the following are not polymeric? Polymers आपने स्टडी किए थे बायोमोलिक्यूल्स में. So we have studied biomolecules like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, amino acids, enzymes तुमने पढ़े हैं, nucleic acids पढ़े हैं. So out of carbohydrates, fats and proteins and nucleic acids, out of these 4, carbohydrates में polysaccharides होता है, तो वो polymers होंगे. Proteins are the polymers of amino acids, ठीक है. Nucleic acid, this is a polymer of nucleotides. Are you getting it? Nucleotides. But fats को भी हम macromolecules में रख देते हैं, although it's not a polymer. Fats are monomers. ठीक है, वो क्या होते हैं? Monomeric units होते हैं. लेकिन उनको भी हम इनके साथ इसलिए प्लेस करते हैं, these are all macromolecules. These are all macro means big molecules. We place fats or lipids among carbohydrates, proteins and nucleic acid because it has a bigger size. Otherwise it's not a polymer. It's not a polymer. But we place it under macromolecules because it can form vesicles, and it forms vesicles and is found among macromolecules. This is clearly given in your NCERT. Is it clear? So next is 51 question. So 51. So first, for 49, the option is lipids. Next question is 51. The 51st question is, myelin sheath is produced by. Myelin sheath was present around the axon. Remember, neuron का हमने structure किया है. So it is present around the axon. Clear? So axon में, so let's see the structure of neuron. So this is axon. Fine. Axon के आसपास we see that there are Schwann cells present, one after the other. So these Schwann cells will produce a sheath called myelin sheath inside it. So this is the myelin sheath. So this red one is myelin sheath. We also call it medullary sheath. And who secretes it? It is secreted by the outer cell called Schwann cell. But this is only in case of the rest of the body. In case of brain and spinal cord, that is CNS, instead of Schwann cells, it is produced by oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocytes. In case of CNS. In rest of the body, Schwann cells will produce, and in CNS, oligodendrocytes will produce, and they look like this. So this is the oligodendrocyte, and it will be attached around various axons. So this is the axon, and what is this? Oligodendrocyte. This is the oligodendrocyte producing myelin sheath in case of CNS. and so on. So for 51st, the option is 4. Is it clear? So myelin sheath is produced by Schwann cells and oligodendrocytes. Next question is 53. Receptor sites for neurotransmitters are present on. So we know that these ends of axons, they will produce neurotransmitters, for example acetylcholine or dopamine and so many. So now to send the message from one axon to the next axon, what happens? There are dendrites present, right? This is the dendrite of another axon. So this is called the membrane of terminal lobe is known as presynaptic membrane. While the membrane of dendrite of another axon is known as postsynaptic membrane. Now receptors for these acetylcholine are present. These are neurotransmitters. So इनके लिए receptors are found on postsynaptic membrane. Very clear cut question. Entirely from NCERT. ठीक है? So receptor sites for neurotransmitters are present on. The third option is postsynaptic membrane. Clear? So next question for zoology is question number 55. Robin, please. So for 55th question is adult human RBC are enucleated. Now we know 55th. When RBC is produced, like any other cell, it is spherical in shape. It has a nucleus. It has Golgi bodies, it has mitochondria, it has this nucleus, alright. So this is spherical and it has all these structures. Now this is immature RBC. Now while it is maturing, so mature RBC would not have nucleus, it would not have mitochondria or Golgi bodies, plus the structure would change from spherical to discoidal. This is discoidal or bifurcate. Now all these modifications are being done to increase the surface area. So that larger the surface area, larger hemoglobin can be placed. So this is hemoglobin. So ये जितनी modifications हो रही हैं, they are only to increase the surface area so that it can accumulate larger amount of hemoglobin, because that's a function of RBC to carry gases. तो gases के transport के लिए it needs hemoglobin, right? So उसके लिए उसकी shape change कर दी जाएगी and it will lose all these organelles. So the option is adult human RBCs are enucleated. Enucleated means it does not contain nucleus. Which of the following statements is most appropriate explanation? So the most appropriate explanation is that all their internal space is available for oxygen transport because of hemoglobin. Is it clear? So oxygen transport. So for 55th, the answer is 4. Next is 56. Okay. So the question is capacitation. Capacitation means to increase the capacity of the sperm to fertilize the ova. Alright, so once the sperm enters into the female tract, means into the uterus, there the uterine secretions would capacitate the sperm, would increase its ability to fertilize the ova. Are you getting it? So capacitation occurs in the female reproductive tract, that is exactly in the uterine, in the uterus by the secretions of the uterine wall. So for 56, answer is 3. Next is 59. So artificial selection. Alright, now there are two concepts in evolution we will study about natural selection and there is artificial selection. Now artificial selection is when you choose that this organism should be allowed to reproduce and this other one should not be allowed to reproduce for a simple reason, it is not yielding you much milk, maybe, right? You will choose one breed over the other. So what you are doing, you are disturbing the natural cycle. So the breed that you are choosing would increase in number in the nature and the one that you are not allowing to breed, okay, that would decrease. So this is called artificial selection. Now what would happen? The question is, artificial selection to obtain cows yielding higher milk output represents directional as it pushes the mean of character in one direction. So in the chapter of evolution, we will see the curve is, so we have say three types of individuals, say small, intermediate and large. Alright. So if nature favors this maximum of intermediate, this is called stabilizing. Alright. While in our case, what we are doing, we are favoring one particular breed. So either it could be small or it could be large. So in that case, so what it becomes, either it goes on this side, fine, or it goes on this side. So either of the way, these are called directional. So when you choose, that becomes artificial selection and it favors directional type of natural selection. So directional type of selection. Is it clear? So next is question. So for 59, the answer is 1. Take a pause. So for 61, so next question is 61 for zoology. So good vision depends upon adequate intake of keratin-rich foods. So we already know that for better eyesight, you need to take lots of vitamin A. Right? You are suggested to take lots of watermelon, or you take papaya, or you take this carrot, right? Gajar. So why do you take these red fruits, red or yellow fruits? You are suggested to take such fruits because they are rich in a pigment called carotene, and from this pigment our liver will synthesize vitamin A. Now vitamin A will be used to synthesize a photopigment called retinal. You getting it? रेटिना के ऊपर जो rods and cones pigments use करते हैं, वो pigments में एक factor होता है retinal, right? Plus a protein part, protein opsin. So this is what our photopigment is made up of. So this will form your photopigment. Now retinal is an aldehyde of vitamin A. Which is or retinol. Is it clear? And this retinol is produced from, it is derived from carotene. That is why you are suggested to take fruits or foods which are rich in carotene, so that your body can, your liver particularly, can synthesize retinol and modify it to retinal, because it is the major component of any photopigment, and which will help. Photopigment will be present on retina, on rods and cones. Is it clear? So the answer for 61 is 1. So there are certain statements. Select the best option. So first option is vitamin A is a derivative formed from carotene. Option C is retinal is a derivative of vitamin A, one and the same. And fourth, retinal is a light absorbing part. Retinal is the light absorbing part of all the visual photopigments. Alright, which will help you to see something either in dark or in light. Next question is 63rd. So the hepatic portal vein drains blood to liver from. So this portal system in humans, there is only one portal system. There are two portal systems present. One is hepatic portal system. So hepatic word is always related to liver, portal vein. So how is it? So the food that you eat, be it entering into the stomach or it may be present in the small intestine. So and so on. So what do we want? We want that these nutrients can be saved in the liver, right? This is your liver, this is stomach, this is intestine. So, and this is your heart. So general circulation क्या रहता है कि heart से blood will go to the organs and organs से they will return to the heart से blood will go to the organs and from organs it will return back to the heart. So the blood vessels which will carry blood from heart to the organs are known as arteries and those which carry blood from organs back to the heart are known as veins. Are you getting it? But now we have a third category that is called a portal vein. So what is it like? So there is this artery. So heart से अगर blood stomach की तरफ जा रहा है तो it is an artery. Obviously, if it is going to the intestine, it is again an artery. And if it is coming back to the heart, that should be vein. But the thing is, it's little different here. The blood from stomach and intestine will not directly go to heart. Are you getting it? It will first enter the liver. So blood from stomach and from intestine will first enter the liver and through liver it will enter the heart. Are you getting it? So these veins, they are carrying blood away from the organs, but they are not carrying it to the heart, they are carrying it to the liver. So hence the term is hepatic portal vein. And so is this. So portal vein is that vein which starts from one organ and ends into the other. There are other definitions also which starts with the capillaries and ends into capillaries, etc. etc. So the question is, the hepatic portal vein drains blood to liver from particularly intestine as well as stomach. But यहाँ पे दोनों options दे रखी हैं, stomach and intestine. But since the maximum absorption would occur from intestine, so we will go for the option third, intestine. So the answer for 63rd is 3. Next is the next question we have from zoology is 74th.